How's it, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, my name is Sean, the hungry guy from Hawaii, now living in Arizona, aka I'm doing a little bit of a different video today. I went to Manna BBQ, which is an all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot in Mesa, Arizona, located off of Dobson and Southern. I filmed some inside, but the sound quality was absolutely horrible. So I'm redoing everything as far as the intro and everything right now. And then I'm gonna do voiceovers for the rest of the video when you see the food, because so instead of me speaking at the restaurant, I'll be speaking from right here, going over what I ate and the price and whatnot. This is the second time I've been to this spot. We went around 1:30 on a Saturday and we got there honestly just in time. It was pretty crowded. We got a table, but when we left, there was at least 10 to 15 people waiting. So I would suggest getting there early as possible. I think they open at 11:30 daily, and the cost for 2 people plus tax was a little over $60. So I think it's like $26.99, $27.99 per person for the all-you-can-eat option. So when we first sat down, they already had the vegetables waiting for us. They had kimchi, which was much more spicier than I personally like it, but it was juicy, had nice flavor to it. They had cucumbers, they had a potato dish, they had a fish cake or a tofu. I honestly wasn't sure, but it was probably the best thing they had. The flavor was really good. They had bean sprouts, which is an easy Korean side dish that is very good. And then they had daikon, cut very thinly. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Usually I like daikon in like a daikon soup, but on the side it was perfectly fine. Mixing them all together honestly tasted good. I like to do that. I know some people kind of like to keep everything separate. I like mixing them together. I think it brings out the flavors even more than they already do. The first meats we got were bulgogi and spicy pork bulgogi, and both were delicious. The spicy pork was spicy, but not too spicy. It has the right amount of sweetness to that spice. And obviously the hardest part about Korean barbecue is waiting to eat as you cook your own food. And then for the bulgogi, I personally like the thin slices a lot better. I know if you had watched the Aloha Kitchen video, their bulgogi beef was just a little too thick for my liking. So this one is more my flavor, my type of bulgogi, and the flavor again was great. And the little sauce packet, not a sauce packet, but the little dish with the sauce that they put in, I'm not really sure what it is, but it just brings out the flavor of the meats 5 times, 10 times better than what the meat already tastes like, and it already tastes good, but that sauce to the hand, it's awesome. I will link the description for the menu as well. We also got garlic shrimp, which I was not a fan of. They give you the shell on the shrimp. I know some people like that. I'm not a huge fan of doing that. I prefer it already peeled. So just the flavor just wasn't there for me, and it just didn't taste that good. I would skip the shrimp next time. They did seem a bit short-staffed. I think there was only 2 or 3 waitresses working at the time. Be a little bit patient when you get there. They did a very good job as far as refilling stuff when we wanted to order more meat and stuff like that. The third and final meat that we got was the Kalbi. Just 2 strips. By that time, our grill was pretty dope. Probably should have asked for it changed, but we knew that was the last 2 pieces of meat we were gonna eat, so we didn't. I kind of regret that. It took longer to cook, and a little bit of the char from everything else kind of got on the meat, but overall the flavor of the Kalbi was good. And again, pairing it with that sauce that they had was phenomenal. I did think we cooked it a little too long. I probably would have taken it off probably a minute earlier than we did, but can't blame anyone but yourself when you're doing that kind of stuff. This spot is also next to an Asian market, which I've gone many a time. They sell little bentos, they sell sushi, they sell kimchi stew. They also have a little food court, which I've yet to try. There's a pastry spot, looks delicious. This is the only all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot that I've tried in Arizona. I know there's a few others. There's a Jin barbecue, but I've had that in Hawaii, and it's about the same type of deal. But I know there are a few more out there that I'm going to try, and hopefully next time it won't be as loud and crowded, so I can actually give you the honest, in-the-moment review of the food. So again, I apologize for that. If you enjoy this kind of content, please hit that like and subscribe button for me. It really helps out the channel and allows me to continue doing this. I did get a second job, so the videos might be a little shorter than previously. Hopefully I'll kind of gain traction and be able to do this and do it well and do it better as far as where I'm going and trying to do different things. Overall, it was a good experience. Again, I would probably go a little earlier next time. I think you would have a little bit more attentiveness from the waiters, but you know, it's busy, it's packed, it was a packed house. They still do have the dividers up, so if that's something that, you know, maybe makes you hesitant to go out to a restaurant, they do that well. Overall though, I would do it again. Let me know in the comments below where I should go for my next all-you-can-eat Korean barbecue spot. That's gonna do it for today's episode. Again, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Shit.